The history of Kingda Ka at Six Flags Great Adventure is a tale of engineering prowess, thrill innovation, and an unrelenting push to break records. Opening in 2005, Kingda Ka set new benchmarks as both the world's tallest and fastest roller coaster, a title that firmly established Six Flags Great Adventure as a must-visit destination for thrill seekers. The ride's groundbreaking design, world records, and operational challenges have all contributed to its legacy as one of the most iconic roller coasters in the world. There was a calm across the horizon in the theme park industry. There were coasters that were the tallest in the world or even the fastest in the world. All were good while each park was just trying to better themselves. Things would change in 1989 though, when Magnum XL 200 at Cedar Point came on into the scene and shook up the coaster world. With all of the praise, accolades, and attention that this coaster was receiving from its record-breaking stats of being the tallest coaster crossing the 200-foot height mark, the fastest coaster in the world at 72 miles per hour, and the steepest coaster in the world, Cedar Fair rumbled the coaster world, causing competition to brew, starting what would forever be known as the Coaster Wars. To say so the least, other parks began to want to one-up each other. Seeing that Cedar Fair Cedar Point was getting a lot of attention and setting attendance records, ultimately boosting capital for the Cedar Fair chain, other parks saw this and wanted to get in on the action of their own, while other parks in different countries chimed in on this coaster war across the world, essentially making it a coaster world war. There would be two companies in particular that would take this competitive coaster war to another level, that being Six Flags and Cedar Point, with Magnum XL 200 being on the front lines. It wouldn't be long for Six Flags to respond in their own way. A year later in 1990, Six Flags would open the world's tallest at 188 feet and fastest looping coaster in the world at 70 miles per hour, introducing Viper at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Six Flags didn't stop there. Six Flags would open the Texas Giant the same year, making it the tallest wooden roller coaster in the world with a max height of 143 feet. After Cedar Fair having played defense for a bit, while Six Flags was on a huge offensive attack, Cedar Fair would respond back immediately a year later in 1991 saying no to Six Flags' latest wooden roller coaster world record. Cedar Fair would open Mean Streak at Cedar Point, topping the tallest wooden roller coaster in the world with a max height of 161 feet, the fastest wooden roller coaster in the world at 65 miles per hour, and 5,427 feet of track, making it the longest wooden roller coaster in the world. Funny enough, after Cedar Fair got a punch in, Six Flags punched right back in 1992 by opening up the newest record holder for the tallest wooden roller coaster in the world in Rattler at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, with a max height of 179.7 feet and the record for the fastest wooden roller coaster in the world. Okay, by now you get the gist. But while this battle would continue on and on for over a decade, with each chain building the tallest, fastest, and longest coasters in the world, from hypercoasters, stand-up coasters, to inverted coasters, both Six Flags and Cedar Fair continued to one-up one another till the end of the 90s. But this now brings this story into a new millennium, the 21st century. Welcome to the 2000s. The early 2000s, filled with futuristic hope, advancement in technology, and massive ambition, theme parks would take their ideas to another level. Cedar Point would take advantage of these increases in technology, taking a massive leap of faith and not just opening up a world record-breaking coaster in the category of height or speed, but Cedar Fair sought to open the tallest and fastest roller coaster on Earth. In 2003, Top Thrill Dragster opened at Cedar Point, marking it as the tallest and fastest coaster in the world in any category, with a max height of 420 feet and a top speed of 120 miles per hour. Following that, in the early 2000s, Six Flags began exploring the concept of a new mega attraction that would push the boundaries of a coaster design. By this time, Six Flags Great Adventure was already well regarded for its lineup of intense thrill rides, but the park aimed to create something truly monumental. This desire for innovation coincided with advances in roller coaster technology, including hydraulic launch systems capable of achieving unprecedented speeds. In partnership with Intamin, the same manufacturer that built Top Thrill Dragster, Six Flags planned a ride that would not only attract locals, but the park had hopes to also attract guests from Virginia to New England. But in the back of their minds, they sought to attract attention from roller coaster enthusiasts worldwide, while also shattering existing records for speed and height. It would be Kyron Burke, CEO of Six Flags, that stated that this is the first step in a progress of really transforming Six Flags Great Adventure from the largest regional theme park in the world to a true regional destination. With attendance down 3.3% from the prior season in 2003 to the 2004 season, Six Flags made the decision to build their own Strata coaster. On September of 2004, it would be announced that Six Flags Great Adventure would open the newest, world's tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world with a monumental height of 456 feet, overshadowing Top Thrill Dragster's max height by 36 feet, and a top speed of 128 miles per hour, making it 8 miles per hour faster than Top Thrill Dragster, that if successfully constructed, would take the crown as the tallest and fastest coaster on planet Earth. This coaster would forever be known as Kingda Ka, the king of coasters. Promotion began around the park not too long after the world-shattering coaster announcement, with signage building the mystique of what was in store. And something else that should always be put in place with a new attraction, a preview center. A preview center was added that guests could walk in and see what this ride would look like and all of the grand stats that this ride would offer. As track pieces began to arrive, construction would begin in 2004. The design for Kingda Ka was ambitious, with the park dedicating significant resources to the project. Intamin and Six Flags collaborated closely with engineers, architects, and construction teams to assemble the massive steel structure that would support this coaster. To create Kingda Ka's hydraulically launched system, teams installed numerous hydraulic pumps and a custom launch track system. To further elaborate, the coaster would feature a hydraulic launch system to catapult riders from 0 to 128 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds. This intense acceleration required an elaborate system of hydraulic pumps, cables, and catch cars capable of delivering immense amounts of power quickly and reliably.
Don't get every connection right the first time. They'll have to take it apart and start again.
The ride structure, reaching a towering 456 feet, presented its own set of challenges, particularly with stability and wind resistance at such extreme heights. Aforementioned, engineers designed the ride to incorporate a vertical tower structure reaching 456 feet at its apex, followed by a 418-foot drop into a 270-degree downward spiral. The engineers originally had the idea for the back half of the coaster to have 2 hills, but they ended up deciding on the single hill to close out the ride experience. The track configuration itself was a feat of precision engineering, as it needed to withstand incredible stresses caused by the launch speed, G-forces, and vibrations. The project was one of the most expensive roller coasters ever built at the time, costing an estimated $25 million. Throughout the construction phase, delays and challenges arose, from securing the tower structure to ensuring the reliability of the hydraulic launch system. The targeted opening date was April 23, 2005. Due to the elements such as massive rainstorms, strong winds, heavy fog, and snowstorms, with wind chills that created below freezing temperatures, caused massive delays in construction. With all of those unlucky breaks, delayed the scheduled opening date by a month. After nearly a year of construction, massive streaks of bad luck, bad timing, and delays, Kingda Ka was finally ready for his debut in May 2005. Before the ride would open to the general public, a bidding took place for charity. After nearly $16,000 were raised through eBay for the Children's Miracle Network, 18 individuals had the special opportunity to ride Kingda Ka on May 19th, 2 days before the grand opening to the general public. It was reported that during the special early preview ride for those lucky 18 riders, that the ride broke down for 90 minutes due to technical issues. But the ride would reopen, allowing that lucky bunch to have multiple rides on Kingda Ka that day.
At Six Flags Great Adventure, Kingda Ka is now open. Today, trains are loading, Today, people are launching at an incredible 128 miles per hour and soaring 456 feet in the air. Today, ride the tallest, fastest roller coaster on Earth because Kingda Ka is now open. Buy one, get one free admission Monday through Thursday with a can of Coke. Don't wait. Ride Kingda Ka today.
Kingda Ka officially opened to the public on May 21st, 2005. The debut of the world's tallest and fastest roller coaster, breaking the record and outshining the likes of Cedar Point's top thrill dragster. Kingda Ka's debut generated significant media attention, with coaster enthusiasts, journalists, and park visitors flocking to Six Flags Great Adventure to experience the thrill. The ride became an instant sensation, with riders awestruck by the unprecedented speed and height. The ride's towering height and extreme acceleration made it an unparalleled experience in the coaster world. With its 418-foot drop, different spirals of ascension and descension, and ending the ride experience with airtime, creating a sensation that few coasters could match. While most guests praised Kingda Ka as an exhilarating and unforgettable ride, others commented on the intensity of the launch and the occasional discomfort from the high G-forces.
Oh my goodness! That was the most intense. How many seconds was that?
The ride was an undeniable success, drawing record-breaking crowds to the park and solidifying Six Flags Great Adventure's reputation, not just only as the second largest theme park in the entire world, but also now as a top-tier destination for thrill seekers. Kingda Ka's unique design, and even top thrill dragsters for that matter, have brought new technological advancements to the roller coaster industry, especially with its hydraulic launch system. Unlike traditional roller coasters, which use chain lifts to bring riders to the top of the first drop, Kingda Ka's trains wait approximately 30 seconds as a catch car rolls into place and catches to the train, getting it situated as the coaster's brake fins are lowered. The coaster launches 0 to 128 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds, powered by hydraulic pumps, which achieves the launch speed needed to climb the towering 90-degree vertical spiral. Once the coaster hits the top, it rolls over the 456-foot top hat, then a breathtaking 270-degree downward spiral descension down. The coaster levels out and speeds right into a 129-foot bunny hill, then rolls right into the station, with the experience of Kingda Ka overall packing 5 Gs of G-forces. On June 8, 2005, 18 days after Kingda Ka opened to the public, the coaster malfunctioned during testing, causing a bolt failure that in turn dominoed, causing friction in the area that the launch cable passes through, making the train not accelerate at the appropriate speed. The cable running at extremely high speeds, rubbing against metal, caused sparks and shards of metal to fly from the trains. Many components were damaged during the incident, including the launch and brake system, ultimately closing Kingda Ka down. The beautifully designed queue line was shortened and reconfigured due to where the incident occurred, happening where the queue passes underneath the launch strap. Kingda Ka would remain closed for the rest of June 2005. Time went on as guests hoped to ride the latest and greatest world record coaster. Then comes July 2005. No word, no riders, no testing, no action on Kingda Ka. Just a grand structure sitting there idle during the primetime peak of the season, during the summer. In the latter time frame during which Kingda Ka was closed, the park started running ads across TV and radio stations stating, "The coaster is waiting for you," causing mass confusion and frustration. It was stated by a Six Flags Great Adventure spokesperson that the park received phone calls from people stating that they heard the ads and wanted to know if the ride was open, although the website stated that the ride was closed, and that signage was posted at the entrance of the park stating also that it was closed.
It's closed.
Very
very depressing.
This caused the news cycle to pick up on the Kingda Ka wasn't running, but ads are slogan by the media boosted the general public's desire to bash Six Flags and Six Flags Great Adventure and question the reliability of Kingda Ka. This tenure of Kingda Ka being closed shortly after its debut, to the massive hype that it had before its opening, to it being closed throughout the entire summer break, it was reported that this caused a massive attendance dip at Six Flags Great Adventure, marking it 3 years in a row that attendance would decline in a concerning way. Kingda Ka, after being closed since June 8, 2005, the coaster would reopen for operation again on August 4, 2005, with season pass holders getting the first chance to ride Kingda Ka on its reopening day. It was also reported that the wait times got as low as 30 minutes that day due to the extreme heat. Those who braved the heat would have a chance of a lifetime to get a multitude of rides on Ka, but that would be short-lived again. With Kingda Ka reopening at the beginning of August 2005, by the end of the month on August 30, 2005, the ride would be shut down again due to what was described as a mechanical error. After 4 days of closure, Kingda Ka would reopen again by day's end of September 3, 2005. With the shutdowns and reopenings leaned into the belief that Kingda Ka already was indeed a problematic coaster. Due to its extreme height, Kingda Ka has faced unique operational challenges, particularly in regard to weather sensitivity. The ride's height makes it susceptible to high winds, which can affect the coaster's launch and stability. If the Doppler radar detects lightning strikes within 50 miles, the coaster shuts down the ride. Consequently, Kingda Ka often shuts down during adverse weather conditions to ensure riders' safety. Additionally, the hydraulic launch system requires intensive maintenance, and the coaster began to experience extreme downtimes for technical issues since its opening. During its early years, the coaster encountered frequent operational issues, including launch misfires where the train failed to reach the top of the tower, causing it to roll back to the launch platform. Six Flags addressed these issues through ongoing maintenance and by training operators to safely manage rollback incidents, which have since become a notable part of the Kingda Ka experience. From Kingda Ka's origin, the coaster operated with dual loading platforms, but in 2011, it was decided to switch it to just a single station platform. Kingda Ka would go on to operate for a few years, with fewer known shutdowns, but ultimately it was open for the most part. But of course, it wouldn't be without its woes and some incidents. In 2012, 12-year-old Shane Mattis riding on Kingda Ka for his 8th thrilling time, the hydraulic launch boosted the train that Shane was riding on, having him experience the intense 0 to 128 miles per hour in 3.5 second launch, on up the vertical tower peaking at 456 feet, then the 270-degree spiraling descent down. Zooming back towards the station, over the bunny hill, a bird crashed right into his face and neck. Shane would go on to state that it felt like someone threw a ball. He started spitting out feathers and blood. He would continue to state that the only thing I felt was pain. I had blood dripping from my nose, my lips, and all of this, end quote, as he pointed to his badly bruised neck. It was later confirmed that the bird that hit him was in fact a pigeon. Shane was taken to the hospital but fortunately didn't suffer any broken bones. In 2019, a doctor from Red Bank, New Jersey would sue Six Flags after a 2017 visit to Six Flags Great Adventure to experience the thrill of Kingda Ka. In his lawsuit, he stated that he suffered severe and permanent damage to his neck and spine during a painful ride on Kingda Ka. The lawsuit contends that the ride-ops did not warn him that his height of 6'2", that he was not a candidate for safety riding this coaster, although the max height limit for Kingda Ka is 6'5". Six Flags and Intamin issued motion to have the lawsuit dismissed, but was granted in part and denied in part in 2020. But beyond a few incidents and a freak bird encounter, Kingda Ka has maintained a strong safety record, due in large part to the rigorous maintenance routine and high safety standards set by Six Flags, the state of New Jersey, and Intamin. The opening of Kingda Ka pushed the boundaries of what roller coasters could achieve in terms of height and speed, inspiring other theme parks to pursue their own record-breaking rides. While Cedar Point's Top Thrill Dragster had initially set the bar, Kingda Ka took it to new heights, solidifying a competition between amusement parks to innovate and attract visitors with record-breaking coasters. Kingda Ka has remained an iconic attraction in the coaster world, regularly drawing enthusiasts who wish to experience the world's tallest coaster. The ride's unique design, intense experience, and record-setting elements have made it a modern marvel with problematic tendencies and a bucket list experience for thrill seekers. In 2014, Six Flags introduced a new attraction to Kingda Ka, Zumanjaro Drop of Doom. When I say a new attraction to Kingda Ka, I mean it's attached to the Kingda Ka tower structure. Zumanjaro Drop of Doom is a drop tower that ascends alongside the coaster track, reaching a height of 415 feet before releasing riders in a freefall descent. This combination of the world's tallest coaster and having a massive drop tower attached to it further solidified Kingda Ka's status as a centerpiece at Six Flags Great Adventure, in which we'll uncover in more detail the history of Zumanjaro Drop of Doom in a future video. Despite the advancements in coaster technology and new record-breaking coasters worldwide, Kingda Ka remained a celebrated attraction. Its towering height and speed continue to draw visitors to Six Flags Great Adventure, where it has become a defining symbol of the park. For many thrill seekers, riding Kingda Ka is a rite of passage, representing a high point, literally, in the pursuit of adrenaline. Kingda Ka's mass appeal encouraged other parks to take similar leaps. Spawning from the coaster wars, the race to build record-breaking rides saw parks investing in faster, taller, and more intense coasters. Ferrari World's Formula Rossa in Abu Dhabi, which opened on November 4, 2010, took the title of the world's fastest coaster at 149 miles per hour, and uses an acceleration launch mechanism inspired by Kingda Ka and Top Thrill Dragster. Kingda Ka became a centerpiece in Six Flags' branding, representing the company's drive to offer extreme thrills and cater to adrenaline-seeking guests. Its status as the world's tallest and fastest roller coaster at the time of its opening assisted Six Flags in allowing them to market itself as the home of record-breaking rides. This branding approach drew visitors from across the world who wanted to experience the next frontier of thrill rides, reinforcing Six Flags Great Adventure's reputation as a top amusement park destination. Rollbacks in particular have become a cult experience among fans, with enthusiasts eagerly hoping for a chance to witness or experience a rollback event. A rollback, where the coaster trains fail to crest the top and rolls backwards into the launch area. These events, while rare, add to the mystique of Kingda Ka, providing enthusiasts with a unique adrenaline-pumping experience that becomes a badge of honor within the coaster community.
The future of Kingda Ka roller coaster at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson Township, Ocean County remains uncertain tonight.
Rumors began to circulate that Kingda Ka would be closed for good at the latest in 2025. As the future of this ride was uncertain, worry overtook the coaster community and general park goers alike. Riders began to fly across the world to get a chance to ride this bucket list world record-breaking thrilling coaster, just in case the rumors were true. The Six Flags Entertainment Corporation made no mention of the validity of this said rumor, but via sources from the inside in the coaster community, it appeared that Kingda Ka's fate wouldn't make it into 2025, that this coaster unofficially would see its last riders Veterans Day weekend of 2024.
Orange Train, are you ready for the final launch of the night? We want to hear you nice and loud as you go over the top. Enjoy the ride on the king of all coasters, Kingda Ka. 2, 3, go. Arms set. Head back. Hold on. You guys ready?
It would be officially announced on November 14, 2024, with the last rides ever on Kingda Ka being on Sunday, November 10, 2024. With no prior heads up from Six Flags, Kingda Ka, after 19 years of operation, would be retired for good. Since its launch in 2005, Kingda Ka has set a benchmark for extreme coasters. Despite facing technical challenges and competition from newer attractions, Kingda Ka remained one of the most celebrated and technically impressive roller coasters in the world. From its record-breaking debut as the tallest and fastest coaster to its enduring role as a marquee attraction at Six Flags Great Adventure, Kingda Ka epitomized the ambition and excitement that defines the modern amusement park industry. Its influence on coaster design, park marketing strategies, and safety protocols shaped how parks conceive and execute high-thrill experiences. By pushing the boundaries of engineering and delivering an intense, unique experience, Kingda Ka became a cornerstone in the evolution of roller coasters and will forever remain a beloved attraction in our hearts for coaster enthusiasts worldwide. Although Kingda Ka spawned from a coaster war mainly between Six Flags and Cedar Fair to initiate and one-up one another, Cedar Fair and Six Flags have merged, operating now under one umbrella as the Six Flags Entertainment Corporation. Kingda Ka will be remembered as a revolutionary ride that redefined the limits of speed and height, inspiring generations of thrill seekers and setting a legacy in roller coaster history.
My girlfriends have fun on the ride! Hi, Goofy! Did you have fun on Kingda Ka?